Hello, beautiful people. How are you all doing today? What's up? How are you guys doing? What is up? Hello. Hmm. Why do you bait us with hype stream title every day? Because every day is hype on this stream. True. True. Did you sleep well? No, not at all. I slept. So, I went to bed like right after stream yesterday. And I slept until like 4 p.m. And I was like, you know what? I don't wanna. My sleep schedule is fuck. I don't want this sleep schedule. So I went back to bed. And I woke up at like 4 a.m. So I slept for like fucking 20 hours or some shit. And I just, ugh. Ah. That is not what I wanted to do. Don't forget co-op for friendship. Nah, I kind of gave up. I don't care that much. I don't care that much. Wow. Honk livestream today? Yeah, maybe. I didn't know it was today, but maybe. Ew, wrong set. Fine. Also, 1 year anniversary, 10 fuel and 10 pull for Robin. True. Hog. Wow. Not really good enough. Bro, I got fucking body blocked. That's bullshit. Now I gotta wait for it to fucking walk all the way back. Oh, never mind. Did you see Sijuin's ICD? Oh god. Oh god. No, I did not.
I will have order. As one with wind and cloud.
Why do you say it like that, though? Alright, let's heal up. 5 instances of damage, only first applies Hydro. What the fuck? What the fuck? Nah. That can't be real. There's no fucking way. Holy shit. You know, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe she is worse than Chi-Chi. Wow. No, I got it. No. I wanted to swap before I pressed E. Am I an idiot? God, I think I'm an idiot.
Clouds high, the birds call. Transfixed.
You were not an idiot at Zajef77. You are very smart and wise. Thank you, paid chatter. I appreciate that. Wow. Nothing good today. How much did you pay that guy? Nothing. I paid him $0.
Time to go.
Rip bozo. Imagine being a paid chatter and not even getting paid. No, chat, like, it's not that he's not a paid chatter. It's that he is a paid chatter, but I lied to him and I'm not actually going to be paying him. Yeah, it's an unpaid paid chatter, exactly. You get it. You get it. You already have a decent set on the new artifact? Fuck no, I don't. What the? Okay. Is this your favorite team for Arlecchino? Kinda, yeah.
Transfixed.
Alright, let's just do this.
Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare.
If Arlecchino normal attack does 50k and Hutao charge attack does 50k too, then why is Hutao still considered stronger by some? Your Hutao charge attacks do 50k? What team are you playing? But, wait, is there no... Like, oh, there it is. But, I mean, I've talked about this before. Arlecchino is a damage per screenshot character. Her first normal attack does a lot of damage. Her last one is worthless dog shit, right? Hutao's charge attack does the same amount of damage throughout.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra.
Overruled. This is where you fall. Transfixed. Let's light it up. Teamwork is
Right, you can see with... We basically just barely have enough damage to one-rotate in a team like this. Obviously, this is not the best single-target team, right? But... I don't know, man. It's... If we were doing 70k damage with her autos the whole time, yeah, she'd be better than Hutao. But we start at 70k, and after a few seconds, it's 40k and 30k, right? Anyways. Let's go do some more Abyss. Do we play first or second side? We can do second side. I'm down to do the Sucrose team. Need to make sure Yulon is... Hopefully that's enough ER. I don't know what's built, so let's just do this. Chat! Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Be sanctified. Stabilize.
The day they release
wind strike.
another HP scaling Maréchaussée character is the day I will bench my Neuvillette. Because the main reason why I use him most of the time is because I know he's geared,
Bow your head.
and I don't know if my other characters are geared.
Gather. Let the mighty be humble.
Because my other characters share their artifacts with other characters, you know? Whereas my Neuvillette is the only character that uses his artifacts. Boogie, surely. What's the rotation again? For E into Yulon, Q to yeah, okay. Oh, I'm an idiot actually.
Enhanced animal module 75.
Yee. Rip my vapes.
Stabilize.
Oh wait, this isn't sucrose. Fuck.
The tide beckon.
I positioned myself as if this was sucrose, not Kazuha.
Bow your head.
Let my name echo in song.
Let the mighty be humble.
Dude, we got fall damage there, nice.
Silence.
Transfix. Here comes the catch.
Please don't be too cringe.
I'm going in.
Animal test 6308.
Okay. Please be nice. Nice. Pog.
Laser bit.
Things are about to get dicey. Busted.
Teamwork is trick.
Stand clear. Animal test 60. Quietly now.
Let's light it up. Transfix.
Okay. My Arlecchino doesn't do that.
Gather. Be sanctified. Bow your head.
Let the world collide.
Stabilize. The tide
little bit.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Everybody stand back.
Stand clear.
Whatever. Good enough. Good enough. Those stats, please. Okay. Is there like, you know, better than Hutao because she got AoE? Her AoE is kind of fake. Like, her AoE isn't big enough to hit enemies without grouping most of the time. And with grouping, Hutao has AoE too. Right? Her AoE is a little bit bigger than Hutao. Like, there are a little bit more situations where it's going to be useful. But she's not really an AoE character, right? And if you think of her as an AoE character, you're going to be disappointed. I can tell you that. Isn't Singso better than Yelan in that team? Overall, yeah, but Yelan is bigger screenshot numbers, so that's Pong. Her AoE is crazy too, but who cares? Her E doesn't do any damage. Neither does her burst. No, but her biggest advantage over Hutao is that she's useful in more different archetypes. Hutao's just not that good in everything except Vape. Like, she's playable in other teams, but so much of her power level isn't her charge attack, which is no ICD, right? And when you can take advantage of that, she's pretty damn good, but when that doesn't do anything, then obviously she's not as good, right? Or like, you know, targeting and gap closing feels nice. See, I've had the exact opposite experience. Her targeting and gap closing always makes her run out of Bennett Burst, in my experience. Even when enemies would be completely, like, you could very easily hit the enemies without leaving Bennett Burst, because she tries too hard to go into the enemies, it makes her leave Bennett Burst really easily, which I don't like at all. Was the latest release character that had no ICD anywhere in their kit? I mean, I'm pretty sure, or like, you know, Charge Attack doesn't have ICD.
Chivalry will. No, my sword.
Wait, I'm an idiot.
Transfixed.
ICD. But the numbers on it are shit, so who cares? You try her on first chamber first half, or AoE actually works to clear that chamber in less than 40 seconds with white tassel. What team are you using? Because I definitely haven't cleared that chamber in 40 seconds. The teams that are good at consolidating the AoE and like grouping tend to struggle a lot with the Pyrovis Mage Shield. Is Z6 Arlecchino better than Z6 Hu Tao? Yes, 100%. Tao, when is the Star Rail live stream? How long from now is it? One and a half hours? I see. I'll be right back.
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please. Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll
I am
love
back.
what you see.
Can you check my minus 15k? Have you seen this? Yeah.
Overruled.
Do you think I'm gonna need Baiju for Karain? No, I do not. Chat overlay. Fine, I'll refresh it. Don't know if it's gonna work though. Chat. Okay. I really don't know what to think about Karain. Does it look good so far? I don't know. Like, I'm leaning towards no right now.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Zariel first banner of 2.2 leaked. Robin, Topaz, March, Hanya, and Shui. Oh, no. I already have Shui in March E6, and I don't want Hanya. Fuck. No. I will say, though, I am not surprised Shui is on banner. Actually, I kind of am. I lied. Shui on the first banner, not the second one? That's kind of, huh. That's interesting. I heard people saying that Robin already power crept run May. How cope / real is that?
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
Robin is a specialized support. And she definitely is better than Ranmei in her specialized team. But I just think it's kind of, like, she's also a lot worse in everything else. Getting an extra turn turns out is better than Ranmei for clear times. That's only half true. She's gonna be better to zero cycle as well. But she's not better in general. I've been hearing she's better in every team. I mean, I don't know. There's been a few changes since the last time I looked at her kit. But
Transfixed.
If that is true, then that's a problem. That's not good. I hope it's not true. What is that? Uh, oh, what? This is like the worst comparison video I've ever seen. Both screens are too small to properly see what's going on. They don't show any of the builds. I'm just gonna move on.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
They put the builds in the comments. Hmm. I don't know, man. It's a Chewy video, isn't it? That person is yeah. Oh, what is what do you mean by that? Hmm. Yeah, actually, I'm reading the pinned comment. Yeah, this is a very yeah. Totally. Sorrel players are wild? Yeah, they seem to be... Yeah. Robin is insanely good, though. Yeah, sure. I don't disagree. I'm planning on going for her. Are you skipping Topaz? I'm gonna try to go for both, but I definitely don't have enough gems to, or enough Jades to guarantee them. So, yeah. Vagabond Bishop will have 27 million HP in co-op. Are you sure? That's got a pog. I'm excited for that. $9 million solo? Yeah, but I didn't know if they were actually going to scale up the HP. That sounds like a podcast, balls. It kind of does, yeah. Alright, chat. What now? Oh, should you watch TGS's video on Client? I'm kind of down.
Guys, Lorraine has been announced, her kit info has dropped, so it's finally time for me.
But yeah, let me just summarize my thoughts before we get into this. I think she is looking very underwhelming. I think she'll have some teams where she's alright. I think she's a fine character, but definitely not a great one. Yeah.
Me to make a video about her. I will be very cautious this time because there are a few things we still lack context about, but I will tell you what she can do in terms of kit and what I think her potential will realistically be. So first of all, Chlorine is a 5-star Electro main DPS. Personally, this is exactly what I expected. I heard a lot of rumors that she will be sub DPS, like an Electro sub DPS, but that never made a lot of sense to me. This is because between characters like Zajef, Beidou, and Fisher especially, the Electro sub DPS niche is quite covered, like they can do much to improve that. Anyway, just to go...
To me, that's a terrible take because, like, sure, but, like, is the main, like, on-fielder niche any better? Like, the Electro on-fielders are like, what, Raiden, Sino, Kutsang? Like, huh?
Go in order about her kit. For Chlorine, it all starts from her elemental skill. When
The fuck does she do different from them, really?
she uses her elemental skill, she enters a special stance that will last for 9 seconds. During this stance, all of her normal attacks will be converted to gunshots. When she hits opponents with her gunshots, she will gain 35% bond of life. Yes, Bond of Life again, but fear not, it's simpler than with Arlecchino. With her normal attacks, she will keep gaining Bond of Life until the total amount crosses 100%. And here comes the second part of her special window, because during this stance, her elemental skill will be converted to a Sword Thrust. This skill will consume a lot of the Bond of Life she currently has and deal damage accordingly. It will deal the highest damage possible if the Bond of Life is over 100% when you use the skill. So, based on what I said, the rotation basically boils down to this. You use 3 normal attacks to build up 105 Bond of Life, and then you use the skill to consume it fully and deal as much damage as possible. All of this in loop until the uptime ends. Pretty easy to visualize, honestly. Then come some lateral things that help this core rotation. Like, for example, her Elemental Burst is a nice nuke that also gives her 120 Bond of Life. So, what you could do is using the burst at the start of her window and then use her skill to capitalize the Bond of Life right after. After that, you can keep going with the combo I mentioned 30 seconds ago. Now, something very important. During her Elemental skill stance, she can't be healed. This is just like for Arlecchino. It's a needed thing because healing will strip the Bond of Life away, this is how it works in Genshin mechanically, so it will make her Kate scuffed. But just like Arlecchino, she has the means to heal herself. Specifically, earlier I said that the elemental skill consumes the Bond of Life, but what I meant by that is that the elemental skill heals you, and while healing you, it consumes the Bond of Life. In terms of how it works, it's basically the same as what I explained before for the damage of the elemental skill. So, basically, the amount you will heal will depend on how much Bond of Life you have on the skill activation. Honestly, I like it. It's pretty nice, especially compared to what Arlecchino has, because Arlecchino can only heal at the end of the...
So, one thing I really like about this is that this is what happens if you just do 3 normals into skill, right? But the healing that you get if you do 2 normals if you do 2 normals into skill, is 105. Oh wait, it's 105 of Bond of Life. I'm an idiot. I thought it was 105% of max HP. Never mind, I'm cornge. Wait, so, okay. So you don't actually heal 15% of HP. You heal a bit more than that.
rotation with her burst, while Chlorine will heal continuously as she uses her elemental skills. As a baseline, she should be able to heal by around 15% HP every elemental skill, which is pretty nice. It should be roughly enough to make her survive even without a dedicated defensive option. But there is one crucial difference here compared to Arlecchino, which is that her no healing rule only applies when her elemental skill stance is active. This means that if you heal her before she activates her elemental skill stance, she will be healed normally, so it's not like she can't be used with characters like Baiju, for example. Actually, when played with healers, she gains a new playstyle, sort of. Specifically, while during the duration of her stance she won't receive healing, the healing she would receive is converted to Bond of Life. This means that with a healer on team, she should be able to accumulate more Bond of Life than she normally would. Practically, this means that you will need fewer normal attacks to maximize the elemental skill damage, although this is a bit hard to estimate at the moment, but the potential is there. Still, from an offensive sense, I consider the fact that she can potentially self-sustain and bring 3 offensive units on team very interesting. That's the very interesting part to me. Let me remind you that if you enjoy my content but you haven't subbed yet, please consider doing so because it really helps me notice your support. So, in terms of team potential, it's very important to talk about her first passive here. Chlorine is pretty much stealing from her Fontaine ally here, because her first passive works exactly like Numilet's first passive. Basically, depending on how many different electro reactions are...
Yeah, so apparently, from what I've heard, that's not true. It's not different reactions. It's just total reactions.
are generated by the team, she will gain multiplier increases for elemental skill
That's
stance
not
attacks
true.
and elemental
Eating an
burst.
eggplant.
This goes up to 3. So obviously this means that you want to place her on teams with many electro reactions. There is also the scenario where she doesn't specifically need 3 different reactions to maximize the stacks. In this case, her team building and also rotations become very basic because you just need to proc any reaction 3 different times. It also would allow her to be used on teams that can only proc a limited amount of reactions, like Chevreuse teams for example that can only proc overload. Hopefully this is actually how it is, because if it isn't, the situation definitely becomes more tricky. Now, the cool thing
I actually don't like that that's how it works. Like, I wish... I wish you needed 3 different reactions. I don't know, actually. I want her to work with shovels. I guess that's fair. I don't know.
here is that Electro can mix with
Yeah, because like right now it effectively isn't a condition because Mono Electro is not a real team anyways. So like triggering 3 reactions is completely trivial. Like at that point, why is it even a condition? Why not just increase her multipliers by 51%? You know? Like to me, that's kind of just wasted. I don't know. It's kind of a shit design.
different elements very easily to proc different reactions. For example, you can build an electrocharge core with chlorine and Yanan, that way you will get 1 stack thanks to electrocharge, and the electro aura will also stay on opponents because of how the reaction works. That will make it very simple for you to proc an electro swirl with a character like Kazuha for example, and also possibly other reactions like overload with a character like Bennett by applying
What's the difference between Mono Hydro and Mono Electro? Hydro has more good 5 stars. Hydra just has more good units in general, but also, when people say Mono, very often they don't exclude Geo and Animal units, right? But in this case, the only way you wouldn't get her passive is if literally all 4 of your units are Electro. And there's just not enough good Electro off-field damage dealers for that to be really good. And the good Electro off-field damage dealers very often are balanced around being able to trigger reactions.
Pyro. Note that I'm not showing you team calculations yet, because I'm not totally sure about Chlorine's rotation timing, so I can't theorize a full team rotation. Her attacks sound very unique, so I can't estimate the animation timings of her skills yet. Anyway, the one team that really sounds interesting to me is Quicken. That's because Quicken and Aggravate count as 2 different reactions. Just to explain, Quicken is what happens when you apply both Dendro and Electro on an opponent, and it generates the Quicken status for 8 seconds, while Aggravate is what happens when you apply Electro on an opponent that's affected by Quicken, and that's what increases your Electro damage. In-game, these are counted as 2 different Electro reactions, like for example...
You know, I wonder what kind of setups you'd even want to do. Because, like, when I do Kutsing setups in Aggravate teams, I usually open with Kutsing E.
The threads of your fate lie in my hand.
But Klein doesn't have something she can use like that, so you probably do something like this, and then you have to auto, like, auto until you get the Electro. That just, ugh. That seems... I don't know, man. Like, maybe you start your rotation, you don't start with your rotation with Nahida E? Maybe you start with this?
By royal grow, sharing my knowledge.
I don't know, man. Like, this shit just feels off. Nahida quick controls feel cringe, yeah. Like, it's really easy when you can use Kutsing, right? Because when you can use Kutsing, you just start with E, and you do this, and you're fine, right? But that's because things E is a like 7-second cooldown, so you can start your rotation with it and you'll have it back by the time you swap back to her, right? Klein doesn't have a way to apply Electro like that. She either uses her E and it goes on a 16-second cooldown and then she's just fucking useless. Or use her burst, but like, I don't know if you want to do that. That sounds cringe. That's probably just what you're gonna do, right? Something like this.
Odds reveal, but cut to the chase.
Wind strike.
It didn't look like I got it, but I got it. I didn't get the infusion, but I swirled on the way down. Yeah, I'm not a huge believer in these themes, honestly. Anyways.
Example, damage. In game, these are counted as two different electro reactions. Like, for example, if you check the Thundering Fury set, they're named as two different electro reactions. This means that by just using a Dendro character with Chlorine, you will get two stacks.
So with Visual Ult, then Nahida E. Visual Ult with C4 has 2U. You can swirl it, but that doesn't matter.
May the glory of the Prinzessin bring light to this world. Shadow Whip.
I guess it does. If you don't have high ping, I guess it does. Yeah, okay.
Don't blink.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
This may hurt a little.
Wind strike.
Okay. You know what? You know what?
Speed of light. Hey!
This might be alright. No clue how you're gonna do it on the second rotation, but at least on the first rotation, that should be fine.
For the passive. This is what will allow you to bring a second electro unit on a quicken.
Just kill them before you need to do a second rotation. You're so smart. I don't know why I didn't think
And
about that.
luckily, because otherwise she wouldn't be able to bring Fischl and their team situation will be completely dead here. Anyway, her best teammates here will probably be Kazuha, Nahida and Fischl. This core typically likes to play on 25 seconds long rotations to abuse the fact that Fischl can use odds twice in that time frame through her elemental skill and burst. Normally, this will be a problem for Chlorine since her elemental skill has a 16 seconds long cooldown. So if you want her to use two elemental skills at rotation to have two different on-field windows and function properly for the team rotation would have to be 32 seconds long at least. Luckily, you can use the Thundering Fury set on her to
Does that
reduce
even
her
work?
cooldowns.
Does TF even work on her? No? Damn.
And make her fit 25 seconds long rotations. So it's definitely quite the perfect fit. Anyway,
Cooldown begins when the state ends? That sounds wrong. Because then that would make the cooldown 25 seconds, which sounds wrong for sure.
regarding her damage output, I tried to calculate it making some assumptions I think might be realistic. By this, I mean that I have absolutely no way to tell that whether or not this can be true for sure, but I can at least use my good sense as an experienced player to say that I think this can be realistic. The assumptions here are mostly in terms of combos and how many attacks she can do in those 9 seconds her elemental skill stance lasts. From what I'm seeing here, her damage output looks pretty competitive competitive with her alternatives, which isn't saying much honestly, because her alternatives are not that great, like a Constellation Zero Raiden, catching for quicken teams, but overall she seems nice. Personally, I believe that she fits on aggravate teams better than she does on other types of teams, like for example Bennett teams, because the aggravate teams can take advantage of the fact she can self-sustain much better. Typically, if you want to stay alive in Genshin, you have to use a healer or a shielder, so on quicken teams the options are Baiju, Yao Yao, Kirara, that are nice, but are non-Ahida offensively. Meanwhile, thanks to the fact she can heal herself, Chlorine can use the full offensive core of Fischl, Kazu and Ahida, and that's great for the offense. So, I'm mostly hyped for her as a quicken upgrade, because that's the one Electro niche that I think could see an improvement, like a direct improvement. For other roles, I'll have to see more, and also wait for more confirmations.
I don't know. I'm definitely more of a quick bloom enjoyer than a quicken enjoyer. But Quick Bloom sucks. Only real Quick Bloom team is all Hytham. That's just objectively wrong. Man, it's true though. It's not. Sino has to build EM because of his awkward talents. That's why you cope on Quick Bloom. No. You're literally just making shit up. Oh yeah, no, you're coping on Quick Bloom. Haha. You are forced to run Singto or Yelan or Farina. Your team sucks because those are not good units that synergize well with what you're doing already. God, bro, like you're just yapping. I mean, yeah, sure. They're not the best team in the game because Sino's not a great unit. But, like... I don't know, that's such a fucking delusional way of looking at teams. Oh no, this archetype is only real with this unit because this unit is the only one that is good enough for me. Like... Yeah, Sino's not the best unit, and that doesn't change the fact that Quick Bloom is one of his best teams. Quick Bloom Sino isn't real. No, it is real. You're just being a fucking little shit about it, man. Jesus. We get it, okay? You like speedrunning. You think that units are garbage if they're not able to clear as fast as your best team. I don't give a shit. You're being a fucking elitist fuck, and I don't want you here if that's the kind of shit you're gonna be saying, man. Whatever, man. One guy, I don't know, man. It just frustrates me when people say shit like that. Because, like, you know they don't even mean what they say, right? They don't actually think Quick Bloom is actually worthless. What they want to say is, oh, Hytham is a great unit, Sino sucks. But they don't have the fucking balls to just say that. And they really want to be able to fucking, like, just... No one asked, man! And like the worst thing is, in the context of this situation, we're talking about archetypes for a future upcoming unit. You saying that Quick Bloom Sino sucks has nothing to do with anything. You're just being a dick, man. Saying Hyperbloom isn't recommended for a reason? What is that reason? Because I get pretty much the same clear times when I play Kutsing Hyperbloom as when I play Kutsing Quicken. So what is that reason? Maybe because Aggravate is better? It's not. It's pretty similar. Like, unironically, the main reason why people don't tend to recommend Quick Bloom on Kutsing is because they don't want to admit to themselves that Kutsing is just not really good enough of a unit that her dedicated carry teams are better than her Hyperbloom teams. I like Kutsing Aggravate, I just wouldn't consider Quick Bloom for her because of attack over EM by quite a bit. But again, that's what I'm telling you. That's literally not true. You're making that shit up. I'm just... Play Quick Bloom, Kutsing, and test it yourself. I already have! Like, dozens of time! Bro. Like, that's what I'm trying to fucking tell you. I have played Quick Bloom Kutsing multiple fucking times. I know Aggravate gets saying AI feels more comfortable because I can use Kazuha and Synchros for grouping. Yeah, that's the main advantage that it has. And that's fair. Completely fair. Not the point they're making, but that point is a good point. Yeah. Teams that can slot in groupers tend to do better in content where groupers are good. That's fair. Sijuin is awful. Like, actually awful. There's no agreement, so let's just move on. Yeah, there is no agreement, indeed. Because you said something that was wrong, and that bothered me because it was wrong. Indeed, there is a disagreement. But whatever, we can move on. Just... Main thing I'm worried about for Lorraine Quickbloom is whether or not she's actually going to be able to hit the seeds with her gunshots. I hope so. Sijuin is not a French name. It's a fucking made up, I don't know, man. I don't know where it comes from, but it's definitely not a French name. German? Alright.
I do.
Yeah, like I was saying, made up.
Being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild.
But yeah, like, the reality is that if the game was actually balanced with each character being as good as each other, it would be fair to say that Quickbloom isn't ideal on Electro characters that don't directly scale with EM. The thing is, that's just not the case. And Chlorine's numbers just aren't looking to be that great. And when your numbers aren't that great, relying on reactions that don't look at your actual talent numbers tends to help you a lot. Problem with Quickbloom is that the first reaction, Quicken, doesn't trigger Aggravate or Spread, and this does no damage. You have way too much Hydro with like Singto, you just never trigger Aggravate. I mean, yeah, that's why you don't play Singto in Quickbloom teams. When Singto is on the team, it's not a Quickbloom team, it's a Hyperbloom team. Her numbers aren't great, why not fully commit to Hyperbloom? Because her numbers aren't bad. They're just not great. But also, if you are going to fully commit a unit to Hyperbloom and just build them full EM, she's fucking awful because she's an on-fielder that has no off-field. Right? Like, why would you use her over Raiden? Ever. If you are just going to be playing her in a pure Hyperbloom team where you build her full EM. Right? She's worthless in that case. Because Raiden can trigger seeds off field, Clavine can't, right? But also her numbers do seem to be at least good enough to justify building for her damage. Just not good enough that Hyperbloom damage wouldn't be significant, right? It's also worth mentioning that now with Farina, Quickbloom team's got a pretty big improvement. Because her Hydro is actually slow enough that you don't really lose any Quicken Up time. And she has pretty good personal damage while also giving you a pretty big buff for the whole team.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I.
Anyways. So I want to ask what would be good teams for this Abyss. So it's Coplius. Thank fucking God it's Coplius. Because holy shit, would that not be fun, Coplia? I'm tired of Coplia. I'm glad it's Coplius. Anyways, so for this, right, you ideally, right, in a perfect world, you have a Hydro for the Pyro, you have Pyro for the Cryo, and then the Electro is kind of up to you, either Hydro or either Pyro or Cryo. Which makes it so that generally the best teams for Lecter are Vape teams. At least Lecter with this elemental setup. When you're against Lecter with Hydro, Cryo, Electro, it makes, or Hydro, Pyro, Electro even, it makes Hyperbloom teams tend to be better, but the Pyro Shield makes, or sorry, the Cryo Shield. Yeah. Anyways, all this is, I think Vape teams are going to be the best second side. Realistically, looking at these chambers, there's a decent amount of AoE, so probably just going to be Chainling. It is worth mentioning, though, that Quicken teams tend to have... Well, okay. It is worth mentioning that Fischl's Electro app is so fucking good that she basically single-handedly trivializes the Cryo and Pyro Shield in Quicken teams that apply a lot of Electro, right? And so even though you're not bringing a direct elemental counter, any Hyperbloom or Quicken team that brings Fischl is going to be able to deal with the shields pretty easily. What about Neuvillette? You can do Neuvillette, but obviously the Cryo Shield and the Electro Shield can be a problem. So probably gonna want to do Vape Neuvillette if you want to do Neuvillette second side. For Overload 2, yeah, I guess that's fair. Like, Shoveller's teams that use Fischl could also be able to get away with this. First side, just... yeah. First side is a little rough, because you want to have good AoE for this, you want to have good single target for this, and you want to have good AoE for this. I think that the AoE matters a bit more than the single target, because Coplius is kind of almost trivial compared to Coplia. Alright, so I think that the AoE matters a lot more than the single target. But you do still want to have a way to break the shield. So any decent AoE team that runs Bennett is going to be nice. But yeah, stuff like that. Anyways, we can watch Jay Stern's video on Cloud9.
Hello! Day one! Clorin! Let's go! First of all, I want to say, Clorin is the pretty... Like, oh my god, Clorin's burst animation. Oh my god. Clorin's burst animation is absolutely gorgeous. By far, I love it. Oh my god. Alright, Clorin day one. We're going to talk about what her kit does. Clorin is very simple. Burst, EE, N3E 6 times.
I have actually seen footage of 7 and 3E now. So that's pretty pog.
What does that do? All of her damage is considered normal attack damage. Her E-skill state charges her Bond of Life. Her Bond of Life gets spent when she uses her elemental skill to do more normal attack damage. You will end up doing 39
it's really tight, yeah.
instances of normal attack damage per rotation with this. The reason I'm mentioning this as important, because there's a set you can use called Echoes. If you play a team that stacks damage percent by a significant amount, her best in slot set can feasibly be Echoes. It's either going to be that or
What's the ping for Alhaitham for Echoes? Like, well, what's the ping thing for Alhaitham for Echoes again? Because honestly, 110. I'm guessing that's because he hits about 3 times per second. Clarion hits a lot faster, so she's... Honestly, even with no ping, it's very possible that you just... If it procs on the enhanced stab, should it proc 3 times? It might, yeah. But I don't know, honestly. I would be even more worried for ping stuff with Clarion than for Ayato.
Fragments of Harmonic Whimsy? It'll depend what team you're playing, how much damage percent you're stacking. As far as I'm aware, Fragments of Harmonic Whimsy outperform.
Wouldn't the new set just be better? The reasoning behind Echo potentially being better, if it procs enough, is because Clarion's numbers are fucking ass. 70% of attack is basically doubles her fucking motion value. So, yeah, it's like, yeah. She hits fast, right? Like, the ass numbers don't mean that she's inherently bad. But, yeah, it's, yeah.
Performs in all the
It does not hit
teams I've
hard.
looked at. And Echoes can outperform with a C6 Chevres and with her 5-star weapon. Weapon options, because all of her damage is normal attack damage. Pretty simple. For her 5-star weapon, Harankapaka Futsu, Mist Splitter, Black Sword, Finale of the Deep, Lion's Roar, Black Sword, Jade Cutter. Light of Foliar Incision is also very good. You could definitely also use Uragu Mizugiri, really any weapon. Her weapon options are essentially limitless as long as it buffs normal attacks or just general damage. Regarding teams, she has a lot of multi-hits. Regarding Dendro teams, in the beta currently, she has all standard ICD on all of her stuff. Her elemental skill, normal attacks, and her elemental skill, share ICD, and that's standard. But that's all you're doing N3E, and the E is 3 hits, the N3 is 3 hits, so that doesn't really matter. That is currently. She does have a special timer-based ICD programmed into her kit, but it is currently unused. I don't know if it's a mistake and they intend to implement that, or if they scrapped it. But it is a thing that I need to mention. A lot of the Dendro teams can end up worse, specifically Aggravate teams, depending on if this changes. Speaking of teams, you're going to look at Aggravate teams, you're going to look at Chevre's teams, you're going to look at Electrocharge teams. Basically, anywhere you play Raiden, you can very easily slot in Clorind. She has no energy passive, but she seems to kind of just do more damage, or at least do the same damage. Her constellations are also very similar. 28% from C1. Welcome to Fontaine. It is the year 2024. Every character must have a near 30% C1. Power creep is great. Gotta love it, folks. Round of applause to Hoyo. They did it again. C2 is about 20%. C3, 5%, because the damage from her C2. Now, her C2 buffs her A1. Her A1 isn't a part of her E-skill talent, so despite her C3 being E-skill talent...
They don't want a refund, that's crazy.
It's surprisingly underwhelming. Her C4 buffs damage from her C2. Now, her C2 buffs her A1. Her A1 isn't a part of her E-skill talent, so despite her C3 being E-skill talent, it's surprisingly underwhelming. Her C4 buffs her elemental burst by a significant margin. C5 is her elemental burst. And C6 buffs all of her damage and gives her an extra 1,200 talent damage. Also prevents her from being hit. Nice! Well, doesn't prevent her from being hit. It negates 80% of all incoming damage. 6 times. Fun C6. It also gives her 70 crit damage, 10 crit rate. Welcome to 2024. One catch regarding teams is the way her bond mechanics work. Seemingly, as you do N3E, she is healing herself. So we might have a very easy time recommending and playing Healerless Aggravate and Hyperbloom teams, which is not something we normally, or that's not something I'm very happy to recommend. So while we normally might recommend Baiju or Kirara in place of Nahida here, Chlorinde might be able to just use Nahida if it's comfortable enough. Similar for Hyperbloom, we could potentially even use Farina and have her act similar to pseudo Electro Neuvillette and benefit from all the Farina buffs without needing a healer. We'll see how that shakes out, but it is something to keep an eye out for. So,
and this is why Quick Bloom is pretty good for her. He just synergizes really well with a team like this.
A healer. We'll see how that shakes out, but it is something to keep an eye out for. So,
how about team-wide healing in those teams? So, you're not gonna get that much team-wide healing, but because she's constantly healing herself for a pretty high amount, it makes it so that she's constantly gonna be proccing Farina's healing passive, right? She's constantly gonna be proccing the, when the active character in your party receives healing, Farina will heal nearby party members for 2% of their max HP once every 2 seconds for the next 4 seconds, right? You're basically gonna have nearly 100% uptime on that, which isn't quite enough to break even, but you know, it's not bad. It's a pretty relevant passive, right? And then if you pair that with something like Proto Ember Nahida, then you're basically breaking even. But you don't even necessarily need to break even for Farina to be good, right?
with that, I think Chlorinde is a really exciting character right now, and I really am looking forward to seeing how she develops over beta. Arlecchino has kind of set my expectations for beta to kind of buff characters. So day one, while she might look kind of pretty good, she might end up incredible by the end. We'll have to wait and see. Also, it might not be a bad idea to strongbox Echoes.
I can't. Yeah, I don't know, like, I think the biggest thing is that right now, her best teams are looking to be the Hyperloom teams, and, like, the Quick Bloom teams, and I don't really like that. I don't think on-fielders with no off-field presence should have their best team be a Quick Bloom team. It should be one of the available options, but it shouldn't be the best one. And I really hope that they buff her numbers for her to scale a little bit better with the non-reaction stuff. Like, unironically, if they were to give her special ICD so that she applies a little bit less Electro, but in exchange for that, buff her talent so she does a bit more talent damage, I'd be really happy with a change like that. I would like for them to remove the anti-Bennett talent. Because, like, yeah, I get it, people are tired of playing Bennett, but people play Bennett because he's the only good attack buffer. If you're making anti-Bennett talents, you're making anti-attack teams, right? And I don't like that. Anyways, I'm actually kind of down to record a first impression video on these characters. So let's actually do that right now.
I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication.
Say hi to YouTube chat. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. Hi. To a quick little first impressions video on the upcoming 4.7 characters. Now, I did mention in I believe, the banner review video that I'd try to get this out as soon as possible. Because of Arlecchino's signature weapon being a Bond of Life synergy weapon, and the possibility that the 4.7 characters would make her weapon viable on other characters. So first thing I want to address is, no, they unfortunately don't do that. Arlecchino's signature weapon is still pretty much Arlecchino only. Now, with that out of the way, let's very quickly go over the new characters. Now, as a reminder, I think I've already mentioned this in one of my videos, but while Project Amber hasn't gone back to doing leaks, they have added a function where you can import leak information from the Hakushin API, right? So if you go to settings, you scroll down, you can turn this to enable, and it's going to show the leak content as well. So reminder, you guys can do that. If, like me, you prefer the API from Amber to the alternatives, but yeah, thank you, Amber Dev Pog. Anyways, let's start with Sijuin, because honestly, this is going to be the fastest one of the three. Did you mean UI? What did I say? No, I didn't mean UI. I meant API. Anyways, so Sijuin is looking really bad right now. You said you prefer Amber API. Oh, my bad. Yeah, if you prefer the Amber UI. Thank you. So, she has a special charge attack. Basically, she's a bow user, and if you hold her charge shot like this and keep it charged, she's going to start shooting little hearts that do 38% motion. They're worthless. It's cute, I guess, but like, yeah, that it's pretty worthless. Her elemental skill summons a bubble. The bubble bounces around, heals characters when it bounces.
May the glory of the princess
It is pretty much worthless. Right now, as far as we're aware, it only applies Hydro once on the initial cast. Now, I hope they change that, because God, what the... Huh? The healing is alright. Like, it's not, the healing is far from bad. It's pretty good healing. But that's kind of all she does. I will do a full pre-release on her, but yeah, so far, really not looking optimistic. She's the kind of character that is looking like she's gonna be pretty alright for casual players. The bubble bouncing around is gonna, you know, I know a lot of you guys like the DVD logo whenever there's disclaimers, right? ADHD brain may enjoy seeing the bubble bounce around, but that's really the main purpose of this character, which is not a good sign. Her burst is basically a cope Neuvillette charge attack. She gets basically one, right? Basically, you press burst, you get one Neuvillette charge attack, except it's worse. And, well, if you're building her for her healing, her stats are going to be a lot worse than Neuvillette's stats would. So all in all, it's going to be pretty worthless. She gets a little bit. She gives your character a little bit of damage, but that kind of works like Shenhe, but the numbers on it are really, really small, so it's kind of worthless. And then she gains some healing bonus. Technically, she applies Bond of Life to herself, and we'll cover more of that in the pre-release, but it's not really important. Point all is, like, she's basically Fontaine's Chi-Chi. At least so far, that's what it's looking like. I haven't looked at Constellations yet, so we'll look at that in the pre-release. Next up, Sethos. Sethos is a 4-star unit, and he is a 4-star unit of all time. It's just honestly not looking too great. His kit is kind of interesting, but the numbers just, at least so far to me, don't seem to be there. He's a bow user that gives himself an electro infusion on burst. He has a special charge attack that he can do once per rotation that does more damage and pierces enemies. At C0, he's looking kind of worthless. Not entirely sure yet what I think about him at C6. We'll have to see. And then finally, Chlorinde. And this is the most interesting character out of these, for sure. I think her kit is actually really, really well designed. I think that her kit design is actually the best kit design we've ever had in Genshin. I think it's actually just really, really well done. I also have had a bit of a history with kits I think are very well designed. Let's just say that the last kits I thought were this well designed. Well, no, that's not true. I don't think there has ever been a kit this well designed, but the last kits I thought were close to being this well designed were Femina and Dea. So, yeah. When I think a character is well designed, it's generally not a good sign. But hey, listen. We can stay optimistic, okay? Basically, the way that she works is she is a Bond of Life character, like Arlecchino. Effectively, she is a range character. Like, she's a sword character, but she has a gun. So you press E, you enter a range stance, or you do normal attacks, and every time you do a normal attack, it grants you... What the... How did that aggro him? Whatever. Every time you do a normal attack, it grants you 35% Bond of Life. After doing 3 normal attacks, you'll have over 100. And you can use your elemental skill again to do a sword attack, right? So effectively, she's a gun lancer that alternates between using her gun and using her sword. When she's in her skill stance, she can either spam normal attacks or spam sword attacks with her skill, right? The normal attacks, like I said, are the gun attacks, and they give you Bond of Life. The skill heals you, so it consumes Bond of Life. And it heals you based on your current amount of Bond of Life. So effectively what you want to be doing, like her playstyle is 3 normal attacks, like 3 gun normal attacks, into a skill sword attack. And then 3 normal attacks, and then a skill. So you do N3 E-spam, basically. But she has a passive where whenever she gets incoming healing during her skill, instead of healing, the incoming healing gets converted to even more Bond of Life. And so if you have enough healing, you start generating Bond of Life from that healing, and you're not going to need to do your gun attacks as often, and you'll be able to do N2E or maybe even N1E, depending on the amount of healing that you have. And her E is better than her gun attacks, right? Her sword attacks are better than her gun attacks, but only when she is above 100 Bond of Life. So only when she's done 3 normal attacks, or 2 normal attacks plus a certain amount of healing. All of this to say, right, she is a character who can effectively convert incoming healing to additional damage by being able to use her skill more often. And I just think that's really cool. I think it interacts with healing in a very interesting way. When she uses her skill above 120 Bond of Life, she will heal for 120% of the Bond of Life. So usually, right, you get 35% Bond of Life from the gun attack. So after 3 gun attacks, you have 105. Right, and then 105 times 120%, you're going to heal for 126% of your HP, but you have 105% Bond of Life, so You're cleansing the bond of life and healing for 21% of your HP, effectively. Right?
Fireworks are for now.
What that means is that she's constantly healing herself for a pretty large amount. Over her uptime, she seems to be able to get somewhere between 7 and 8 elemental skills. Maybe even more if you have healing. So that's, 140 to 160% of her max HP that she self-heals. So obviously, what that means is that she doesn't necessarily need sustain units, right? She can self-heal a lot. And unlike Arlecchino, her self-healing is actually part of her base damage-dealing patterns, right?
Feels so relaxed.
And what that means is that you can use her without sustain units. You can use her without defensive utility options at all, right? You don't need a shield. You don't need healers. But healers can convert to more damage, so healers aren't even necessarily bad. I think the kit is really, really cool. I think it's really interesting. I haven't talked about her burst because her burst, there's just really not much to say about it. You use your burst, it's Wanderer burst, basically. It's the same thing as Wanderer and Risley burst. It does damage 5 times, that's kind of it. It also gives you some bond of life, so her, optimal combo is generally going to be start off with your burst, then use your skill to enter your skill stance, and because you have 114% bond of life, you can already start with an enhanced skill, an enhanced sword attack, that is going to be dealing damage. Now, if we look at her numbers, they are fucking awful. Right? So the sword attack, or the gun attacks hits for 60%, and the enhanced sword attack is 33% times 3. This is awful. Actually just worthless. However, for Ascension passive, whenever you trigger an electro-related reaction, you gain a stack that increases the damage of your normal attacks and of your ult by 17% of her attack, up to 3 stacks. And as far as I'm aware right now, this is not unique reactions. If you trigger Overload 3 times, you get 3 stacks. That's 51% additional attack of motion value on every single one of her attacks. Right? So what that means is this 60% becomes 110%, and this 33% times 3 becomes 80% times 3, right? Which makes the numbers a lot better. They go from completely worthless to somewhat reasonable. So far, I don't think she's all that strong, but I don't think she's completely unusable either. I think she's kind of alright. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets buffed. She also has a passive that gives her a crit rate whenever her bone of life gets over 100% of her max HP. So basically 20% crit rate. Does that also actually buff enhanced skill damage? It says only normals and bursts. Enhanced skill is a normal attack, right? Damage done through the aforementioned method is considered normal attack damage. One thing that is worth noting, though, is this additional motion value that she gets from her Ascension passive is capped at 1530. And 51% of your attack, capped at 1530, means that any attack past exactly 3000 is effectively not going to affect this. The purpose of this, I assume, is to nerf her synergy with Bennett. Because with Bennett, you're very often going to be above 3000 attack. And so all that attack that's above 3000 is effectively there to... Or it will be applied to these 60% numbers and 33%, but not to the additional 51% that she gets from this. And when it comes to the percentage of her damage, burst aside, if you look at the damage you get from talent level 10 normal attack, and you'll understand why I'm looking at talent level 10 in a second, because I usually look at talent level 9. 36.2%. But the reason I'm looking at talent level 10 is because at talent level 10, oh, I'm an idiot. 51%. At talent level 10, you basically gain within 1%. So effectively exactly the same amount of damage. You basically do exactly the same amount of damage from your talent damage as you do from your Ascension passive damage. So half of her damage is coming from this, and half of her damage is coming from this. What that means is that going past 3,000 attack is only affecting half of your damage, right? So if you have, let's say, 3,500 attack, it's kind of like the equivalent of on another attack scaling character having 3,250. Technically a little bit more than that because her burst does do more talent damage than Ascension 1 damage. So, but as a general rule, that's kind of the way you can conceptualize it. All in all, really interesting characters. Excited to see what sort of changes she's going to have in beta. And yeah, that's going to be it for the first impressions video. Make sure you tune in to the pre-release videos that are going to be coming over the next couple of weeks. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, YouTube. Okay! Tell editors? Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. Hello, editors. Recorded first impressions on 4.7 characters.
All over. I could almost float away.
Is it only 51% if you reach the cap of 3k attack, or 51% regardless of attack? It's 51% if you're below 3,000 attack, but it's capped at 1,530, which means that if you have 3,500 attack, it's not going to be 51% of that is just going to be 1,530, right? So 3,500 usually, it would be 1,785, but it's not going to be that. It's just going to be 1,530. Yeah, we can...
If we've got nothing else to do.
Yeah, the Star Rail stream is starting soon. Maybe we can watch that, sure. Might as well log into Star Rail too. Three times relics today? Oh, Pog! Hey, why isn't my game opening? Oi! There it is. 3 times the trash from Wind Domain? True! Yeah. Thought I'd change that. Have you ever considered buying stream lighting? I don't see why I would do that. Well, what is the point? Alright, so I think we're actually not gonna do Windset. Right, because usually, right, I want to do Windset because I'm addicted to it. I can control myself enough to not do Windset for like a day. Or for a few days. Oh wait, it's 3 per day, fuck. It's easier for me to do like 3 runs of triple on non-win set than 9 runs of normal on non-win set, you know? You know? But I don't know what I would even do. I guess I can go for this, right? It's good on ratio. It's good on Harmony MC. Best set for Robin? Wait, is this the best set for Robin? That can't be true. You mean this one? Hey, what is the best set for Robin? What? Huh? Isn't it like physical? Actually, it might not be physical. Because you can't really... Physical's probably fine. It's win set, it's not win set. Maybe I just go physical. Honestly, like, I don't mind it, because I want to get Clara eventually. I think I'm going to get Clara from the 300 standard wishes thing. So... I'm actually kind of down for this. This is a terrible idea, by the way. As usual, I am building characters I don't yet have, which is just a terrible thing to do. I'm a fucking idiot, but it's okay. It's okay. What do I even want to play? What is this? This looks like the worst set to farm efficiency-wise. Perfect. That's exactly what I want.
Ready for another?
Another journey begins, destined for oblivion.
Converge and awaken.
I'd rather do this, actually.
Commencing.
Free will, or was it still waters of oblivion? I weep for the departed.
I weep for the departed.
It too shall fall.
Surely this one falls, right? Aw, clubs.
Enemy targets detected.
Aw, I really thought that was gonna kill. I guess not. Should I use Sparkle E?
A quick.
Another destined for oblivion.
Oh, beige. Oh, we got a triple. Nice. That's pretty good. Yeah, don't know how to feel about that. That's alright. Pretty worthless. Fine. Fine.
Enemy data net markers activated.
Should have kept this for the second wave. Whatever, it's fine. Who cares?
Free will, or still waters of oblivion.
Together as one. Let's play for a while.
Destined for oblivion.
I'll go easy this time. Feel spiffy?
Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Beige. Wow. Pretty good. Wow. That's worthless. Wow. Actually, wait, isn't this good for Robin? Wait, isn't this really good for Robin? Isn't this what Robin wants? Isn't attack main stat body what Robin wants? Wait, it is. Wait. Hog. Yeah.
Let's play for a while. And ready for another?
Still waters of oblivion.
and awaken. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Destined for oblivion.
Feeling spiffy?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Wow. Could be good. That could be good. Eh. That's worth keeping. Nope. Nope. Alright. Not Albert. What's that? Bust. No, thank you. Wait, what do you mean program starts in... ICBA. We can finish spending our
Let's play pro.
power now.
Ready for another?
In still waters of oblivion.
I see through together as one.
Destined for oblivion.
Feeling spiffy?
Free will, I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
That's pretty good.
Ready for another?
Another journey begins. Still waters of oblivion.
Converge and awaken.
That's pretty good.
Yin and yang.
Heck, wait.
Free will destined for oblivion.
Let's play. Feeling spiffy?
Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Heck, wait.
I'll go easy. Commencing sub. Ready for another?
Still waters of oblivion.
Equipped together as one. And
Destined for oblivion.
feeling spiffy?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ew. Actually, I can't complain about that. Would have liked for it to be the other set, though, but it's fine. Alright, let's take a look. Hopefully it rolls well. Loogie. Alright. Defense. HP. Same thing. HP. Yep. HP. Oh. Wow. We rolled something that was not into HP. That's kind of pog. HP. Okay. I'll take that. Pretty good. We take those, you know? That's pretty good. Fuck! This game sucks. This game is fucking ass. Right? Yeah, I'll probably level the Robin one though. Like this is always getting leveled for sure. Flat attack is the best subset I could have rolled. If it rolls into speed, it's perfect. If it rolls into... I guess you guys can't see it. Whatever. If it rolls into speed, it's perfect. If it rolls into flat attack, I'm okay with it. If it rolls into effect hit rate, I'm really angry. If it rolls into HP, I'm okay with it. I don't really want HP though, but eh. It's better than effect hit rate, at least. Yeah, this makes... Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. I'll take it over effect hit rate, though. You know? I will gladly take it over effect hit rate. Hey, we rolled into speed. That's bald. Maybe these roll speed. Who knows? Oh. Live started? Oh. My bad. It's fine.
Sheep.
We didn't miss much. We did not miss much.
Newsflash! Panacone's Charming Festival has entered its countdown phase. The singer Robin, famous throughout the cosmos, has announced in a recent press conference that she will release a new album.
It's from a kid. And for the future of Pantacone.
Come with me, everyone. Let's deal with these thugs first. Then we'll talk about how to deal with you.
Here's your final report.
Everyone, are you ready?
Finally, you've arrived. Everything is ready. It's time to step on stage. And this is our final hope.
Prisoners, this is my order. Learn the essence of freedom and teach your fellow prisoners to fight for their lives.
Like fireflies to a flame, life begets death.
One!
Brother, do you think the stars will fade away?
Ooh. We're gonna fight Sunday. That's cool, I guess. Alright. Anyone want to type the code? Because I can't be bothered. Thank you.
Sheep. As I was saying, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Allow me to extend my sincere greetings to all our viewers. Welcome to the version 2.2 special program. Then wake to weep.
Long time no see, Albert. I heard you had a nice vacation.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I did. The IPC offers wonderful employee benefits.
Word on the street is you managed to save the universe during your break?
Oh, Director Aventurine, you flatter me. I just helped out a little. It was nothing, really.
Why not reward yourself with an extra day or two?
And abandon this wonderful audience? Never. I miss them too much. Let's do some introductions, shall we?
Greetings, viewers. It's a pleasure to be here on the special program. I am Black Swan, a memo keeper from the Garden of Recollection.
Hello, everyone. I'm Aventurine, from the IPC Strategic Investment Department.
Hi guys, I'm Robin. So happy to see everyone here.
A warm welcome to each of our special guests.
Thanks, Albert. There sure were a lot of interesting details in that trailer.
It's a pretty big lineup, isn't it?
That dashing gunman at the beginning. Wonder what his deal is.
Not to mention a certain brother and sister. I'm glad to see Sunday and Robin after everything that's happened.
There was also a place that looked like an opera house. Is that where the Charmony Festival is being held?
Maybe! So many guests from so many places. What will the story bring us next? Perhaps we'll gain some insights in today's program.
Can you do a live stream on 2x? So much yapping?
Hold on,
I
Albert.
can't.
Who exactly is being
Fudge.
referred to in the version 2.2 title? Then Wake to Weep.
Doesn't sound like a version filled with sunshine and rainbows.
Don't get too hasty now. After experiencing 2 versions of Penacony, I'm sure everybody is eager to uncover the truth behind the sweet dream.
Since Miss Acheron split the family screen in Clock Studios theme park, it's obvious things aren't quite as safe as the family made them out to be.
Did anyone really believe them in the first place?
I feel like they're talking in 0.75x.
Meanwhile,
I
things
know,
seem to be
man.
heading in a more favorable direction for Mr. Aventurine.
I know.
There's a secret within the family that goes deeper than any murder mystery.
But with the clues we have so far, things don't really add up, right?
How do you mean, Miss Robin?
For example, Firefly and I were attacked. When we came to our senses, we didn't have a single scratch. What happened exactly?
You know, Dr. Ratio once told me that in a dream, it's not death that's impossible, but dormancy.
A thought-provoking idea.
And let me remind you, Himiko deciphered a secret passage in the invitation to the Charmony Festival. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
So in other words, you need to enter an impossible dormancy within a dream. Only then can you pull back the curtain and get closer to the Watchmaker's legacy.
Dormancy within a dream. Is that like...
They're really talking as fast as
dream
normal
within
speed
a dream?
combat, man.
I think there's another possibility. Could it be referring to the
Oh no,
other
I missed the
side
beginning.
of the
Trust me, you have
dream?
not missed anything.
Just like Miss Acheron said at the end of version 2.1, Penacony, the true land of the exiles.
Oh, on that note, perhaps we could uncover some clues in version 2.2.
Like, unironically, nothing has happened yet.
Can
This is
anyone
the first-
guess what the connection might
The first
be?
thing. New
Taking
area, I
the
guess?
name at face value, it's a reef that the dreamscape flows past.
If the dreamscape can flow like water, then it should be flowing downhill. Could there really be a deeper level to the
Is this the area in Acheron's trailer?
There indeed. Trailblazers will have to discover the truth for themselves. All I can reveal is that entering this
Seems
special
like it,
domain will require ways and means. In version 2.2's main storyline, the fool always rings twice. Trailblazers will head to this new domain and reunite with some unexpected friends. And let's not forget The Charmony Festival has also entered the countdown phase.
With
the curtain will
unexpected
soon
friends,
rise
you mean
before
Jing Yuan?
guests from across
The one that was there in the
cosmos.
fucking trailer?
The Charmony Festival. The
Wow.
family's guaranteed security
So
has
unexpected.
fallen to pieces. Still, they've done a good job keeping the truth under wraps. I'm
Damn, if only
curious
you
to
didn't
see
fucking
what
spoil
happens
yourself in your own trailer.
They say this Charmony Festival is set to be a grand spectacle, and that a special talent show is gonna be held to build up the hype. The talent show, known as the Festivity Auditions, is sponsored by Soul Glad and will take place at the moment of scorched sand.
The moment of scorched sand is Penacony's most festive moment, with guests partying all day long. Add in some malt-flavored Soul Glad, and the atmosphere is second to none.
Whew, that's right. This place was once devastated by the invasion of memes, but became the site of the Festivity Auditions after its reconstruction. The family holds these auditions here from time to time to select Penacony's next festive superstar. As you can see, it comes with all the bells and whistles, lighting, stage, effects, you name it. We guarantee the most unforgettable experience for all contestants and audience members. In version 2.2, Trailblazers will need to join the contest with their companions and earn the title of Festive Superstar.
Oh, so you have to win the contest if you want to join the Charmony Festival?
Ah, no pressure. The renowned galactic baseballer is the center of attention. And earn the superstar title for a chance to venture into the Charmony Festival's main venue, the Penacony Grand Theater.
That's right! The Grand Theater is Penacony's most recognizable landmark. If you win the title of Festive Superstar, you can take center stage and join the family in kicking off the Charmony Festival.
Really? Does the winner get to perform on the same stage as you, Robin?
What do you say, Miss Robin?
Maybe. Or maybe not.
If I didn't have so much overtime, I could attend myself. Trailblazers! I'll be there with you in spirit. Don't mess it up now.
Another thing. In the scene we just saw, what were all those strange-looking characters in the theater?
Watch who you're calling strange looking. Those are official Charmony Festival personnel. After all, the opening ceremony
I
is
can't believe
just
the
around the corner.
Dalway streams are more
Still a lot
entertaining, yeah.
Preparation to do.
Well, they're unique, I'll give them that. It seems like some of them are holding glasses, and others are carrying knives?
Those are violin bows. They're members of the Sweet Dreams troupe, and they'll be playing an important role in the Charmony Festival.
I see. They look a little on edge.
Perhaps they won the final of the auditions. Stage fright is serious, you know.
Wait, I thought the Trailblazer was supposed to win.
Director Adventurine, you're a sharp one, all right. Let's just say that anything is possible. Next, let's introduce the leading roles who will feature at the Charmony Festival.
Oh, things. What the ain't no way. What was that? She took the lipstick and was like, oh, and then her lips still didn't show up.
Firstly, we have the singer Robin.
What is this size
whose
of
beauty
frames?
and talent are known throughout.
Is it me? Oh, not ironically, it might
Robin
be me.
is no stranger to
Let
our
me.
Her gentle elegance as a singer has
Let me
earned
close
her
my 30
countless fans
sheets
from
Excel
across
document.
the universe.
No need to flatter me, Albert.
Okay.
I still have plenty to improve on.
Okay, it's
Oh,
closed.
don't be so modest. And just so you know, Miss Robin, I'm a fan too. I've got so many collector's edition vinyls, I don't know where to put them. Whenever I'm up burning the midnight oil, your singing soothes my weary soul with a voice as soft as a feather.
I appreciate the fanfare, Mr. Albert. But do you think maybe you're overworking yourself?
Oh, don't worry. The opportunity to see you here today is worth all the overtime in the world.
You're certainly worthy of the limelight, Miss Robin. But I can't help but feel that you're a bird in a cage. Or perhaps I should say, someone who's ready to spread their wings.
Aren't we all, Miss Black Swan? Sometimes every bird is trapped in a cage, yearning to fly free and soar into the...
All right, Owlbert. We get the idea.
No, back to business. From the letter Miss Robin gave to Mr. Sunday, we learned that during the preparations for the festival, she was the first to notice anomalies in Penacony and began to investigate the traitor in the family. In the process, she suffered an accident and became a victim of death.
But seeing how Firefly has reunited with the Trailblazer, I'm sure that death isn't the end of the story for her.
Uh-huh. Secrets are sure to unfold in the 2.2
What was that behavior on
story.
Twitter yesterday, by the way? It was just Silas eating an eggplant.
Battle credentials.
About time. Well, I'm a physical type character, following the path of harmony. My technique allows me to
Okay, this can't be my fault, right? This is my
create a
fault.
dimension around myself.
Oh my god.
Any enemies within this dimension follow me without attacking. After entering battle against enemies in the dimension, I can also regenerate additional energy.
Even enemies are captivated by Miss Robin's star status.
My forte is working in sync with my team, offering support and buffs to everyone. Take my skill, for example, which enhances the total damage inflicted by our team. Or my talent, which allows me to regenerate additional energy whenever my allies attack enemies.
And as a cosmic songstress, Miss Robin also integrates her songs into combat. When using her ultimate, Miss Robin belts out a morale-boosting number and enters a performative state. This state allows all allies to immediately take action while also providing buffs.
What? Everyone immediately takes action again? Miss Robin is full of surprises. And how about that song? Now that's a tune I can fight to.
What can I say? I love lifting spirits. When my ultimate is in play, I inflict additional damage on the enemy after each ally attack. Plus, I'm immune to crowd control debuffs.
There's no doubt. You fully embody the path of harmony, Miss Robin.
Spreading harmony has always been my mission. As a Holovian, I have the innate ability to transmit feelings and resonate energy through my halo, which aligns perfectly with my path.
Okay, that song. Are there other ways to access it? I mean, we can't be asking you to go into battle every time we want to hear it.
As a matter of fact, our audience is also very curious about Miss Robin's other songs. If I
Why
can
do they
stop
talk
one
so
heart
slow?
from
I don't
breaking,
know, man.
for instance.
Don't worry. Miss Robin's upcoming album is right around the corner. She even took the opportunity to put together a special video for her fans. Play the tape!
Hello, everyone. This is Robin. My new album, Inside, will be released on May 9th. I have 3 songs to share with you this time. Life is filled with worries and sorrows, but I hope that while listening to my songs,
A
you can let go of
3-song
them for a
album?
while.
Long time no see. I'm Serval, the lead singer of the Bellabogian band Mechanical Fever. Miss Robin's new album is about to be released. As a fellow musician, I
Who do you
really look
think
forward
you
to
are?
seeing what kind of tunes she'll be releasing this time. Finally, on behalf of all the Bellabogian
Don't
fans,
call it an
I'd like
album.
to ask, can you come to Bellabog for your tour?
Hello, everyone. I'm Sunday, representative of the family in Penacony. As a follower of the harmony, Robin's powerful singing spreads harmonious melodies to all worlds. She is the family's pride and joy. I am delighted that her new album, Inside, will be officially released on May 9th. And as her older brother, I am very grateful for all the support that Robin receives. Thank you.
Tick-tock! I'm thrilled to be chosen as the family
TikTok?
representative to announce
I'm sorry,
Robin's
Clocky,
new
you're
album.
about to be banned
Miss
in the
Robin's
United
voice
States.
is the most beautiful in the universe.
Rip
The
Bozo.
sound of her voice is so empowering. Let's all make sure to show our support for her newest album.
Hey, Gwailings, check this out. Miss Robin's new album will be released on May 9th. Little Gray is here to tell everyone that it'll definitely be amazing. You do not want to miss out. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
She didn't say hashtag
大家
ad.
好，我是悠悠鹿鸣。5月9号，知更鸟小姐的专辑就要上线了。
The fuck is
她的
that?
歌声温柔动听，人也很漂亮哦。一起期待
Is
她
that
的
a
新作品
fucking
吧。
AI?
What's up, everyone? Jake Miller here. I heard Miss Robin's album is coming out soon, and I'm so excited for it.
Who's
I know her
Jake
songs
Miller?
always bring many surprises, so let's look forward to her album together, and I can't wait. See ya.
Who
Bye.
is this?
皆さんこんにちは、メインです。なんと5月9
You're the
日
Pentagon
に
song,
ロビ
I
ンさんの
see.
新 EP
あ
が
I
リリ
see, I
ースということでおめでとうございます。銀河の歌姫として何かアドバイスをとメッセージをいただいたんですけれども、いやもう私はアドバイスというよりはでもいつか歌姫同士なんかコラボができたら嬉しいなと思っておりますので、ロビンさんぜひコラボしてください。
Hello， 大家好，我是宫崎，在这里呢要恭喜知更鸟小姐的新专辑《空气涌》即将上线，希望更多的朋友喜欢她这张专辑。除了5月9日我们首发的3首歌曲之外呢，在 2.3 版本我们还将解锁一首新的神秘歌曲，大家一起期待吧。
Thank you all for your support.
Jungkook is next,
Got some
guys.
demos
True.
and songs for you to listen
This
to
is so
first.
cringe, yeah. Bro, hashtag ad over and over again, like, oh, I don't know, man.
Soaring past the night to trace the bright moonlight. Magic please sway to the beat, hands up, embrace who you wanna be. Join my dream, it's just
Size of frame, no.
oh, oh, oh. Hands up, the wheels are spinning across the plains and valleys deep to dawn. The wheels that sing an unending dream.
If you like the demos, feel free to leave me a
I
comment.
wish Adblock worked for
I look
this.
forward to
man.
seeing you all officially on May 9th.
I love it! I absolutely love it! Can we fast forward to May 9th already?
I'm grateful for all the support. To accompany the album, I've prepared a creator invite web event, which aims to gather lovely melodies from all over the cosmos.
Oh, okay.
Now that we've introduced Miss Robin, the next individual to take the stage is none other than Boot Hill! At the end of version 2.1, we heard this mysterious visitor's voice over the phone.
The music is more interesting, for sure.
On his way over?
Who is this Boot Hill? Where does he come from?
Glad you asked.
Like, the music is
Allow
definitely
me
more
to
interesting
introduce
than,
him. Boot Hill is a Galaxy Ranger with a pretty unique
than,
turn of phrase.
than Robin's music.
Like Muddle Fudger, son of a nice lady.
Aside from being a Galaxy Ranger, Boot Hill is also a wild and unpredictable interstellar cowboy, a regular on the IPC's wanted list. Even so,
Oh, so
there's
men are
talk
better
he's
than
also
women?
helped to
Oh,
resolve
okay.
several
That
serious
is not what I
incidents.
said.
Sounds like he's someone who plays both sides, skirting the line between good and evil.
Precisely! However, this dangerous gunslinging cowboy was put in his place at Penacony's Reverie Hotel when the front desk told him he couldn't check in.
Galaxy Ranger. I think I know why he wasn't allowed to stay.
Well, because Penacony already had another Galaxy Ranger checked in.
He swings both ways?
Talk about an
Wait, did
awkward
they say that?
situation. That's why Boot Hill decided to visit the Astral Express, hoping to get some help from the Nameless.
I see.
Wait,
But
what?
Don Hong
No.
and Pom Pom, the
Hill
Well, because Penacony already had another Galaxy Ranger.
couldn't check in. Reverie Hotel when the front desk told him he couldn't check in.
Galaxy Ranger.
Was it
I think
before
I
this
know
or
why
after?
he wasn't allowed to stay.
Oh, because Penacony already had another Galaxy Ranger checked in.
Exactly.
Before?
Dangerous gunslinging cowboy was put in his place at Penacony's Reverie Hotel when the front desk told him,
Sides, skirting the line between good and evil. Both sides. Sounds like he's someone who plays both sides.
Oh, okay. They said
Skirting the
plays
line
both
between
sides.
good and evil.
That's not quite
Precisely! However, this dangerous gunslinging cowboy was put in his place at Penacony's Reverie.
Yeah, whatever.
When Boot Hill uses his ultimate, he inflicts physical weakness on the enemy, deals damage, and delays the target's action.
Such a cinematic ultimate. There's even a picture of the enemy on the wanted poster.
Yeah, why does he
Locking onto
miss?
the target and
Why does he
striking
miss
with
in his
precision.
animation? What?
Such a dashing cowboy.
What?
Boot Hill's technique allows him to inflict physical weakness on the enemy the first time he uses his skill after entering combat.
Is this the power of a Galaxy Ranger?
This the power of beating them at their own game. Triumphing in duels
Why
makes
is it
Boot Hill
T like
stronger.
this?
And
Are we supposed to pronounce it Boot Hill?
Overpowering
Oh, maybe
evolution.
he's British.
Problems are dispatched
It's Boot Hill.
in no time.
And by problems,
It's not Boot Hill, it's Boot Hill.
present problems, right?
Same difference. When you're on every other wanted list, you've got to get things done by hook or by crook.
I see. So, being a cowboy and all, does Boot Hill order milk when he's at the bar?
I think you've taken the cow part too literally, Miss Robin. Malt juice is more his speed.
But isn't malt juice bad for you?
Well, the IPC's files suggest that Boot Hill is prone to augmenting his fighting skills with invasive mechanical upgrades. For someone that's 90% machine, I'd say malt juice is the least of his concerns.
Moving swiftly on. Aside from the two characters we've already introduced, there's another special guest in version 2.2. One who's set to give a spectacular performance at the Charmony Festival. It's the one and only Harmonious Choir, the Great Septimus!
Size of frames.
You said they're also performing at the Charmony Festival?
Correct.
Are we sure they're not aiming to sabotage the festival?
Well, that depends
Why
on
do they always
who
spoil
you're
the
teaming
weekly
up
boss,
with.
man? I don't know.
Good thing our trailblazer is an adaptable individual. To ensure this show goes off without a hitch, I brought along some detailed
your browser
intel
memory
on
consumption?
Harmonious
Yeah.
Choir, the Great Septimus. Once in battle, Harmonious Choir, the Great Septimus.
Why is
targets
it so
and
much,
unleashes
though?
semi-chorus.
This is
which
literally
allows
the only
all of
tab
its
I have
active
open.
summons to inflict damage on a single ally. In the second phase of battle, after charging up, the Great
I'll
Septimus
close it and then reopen it.
extra damage to all allies. During the second phase, the Great Septimus casts a shield on themselves, decreasing the damage they take and boosting the damage they cause to all allies, while making their own toughness impervious to damage.
There isn't a third phase, right?
In the third phase, this formidable foe becomes even stronger, unleashing defense-ignoring attacks that deal massive damage to all allies.
Oh, nice.
A challenging adversary indeed. So, are there any tricks we can use to defeat it?
During battle, Trailblazers need to quickly target and break the weaknesses of the Great Septimus and its summons. Once all the summons' weaknesses are broken, the Great Septimus won't be able to use its semi-chorus ability, and the strength of chorus will be significantly reduced. Breaking the Great Septimus weakness will also grant a shared shield to all allies.
Now that I think about it, this version's promotional artwork gave some pretty strong hints on all this.
I see. It seems that this was meant to be the Charmony Festival's main act all along.
Oh, poor Trailblazers. Did you think you were coming to Penacony for a vacation?
Is this what people
Poor
mean when they
Trailblazers,
say
did you think you could enjoy a
rules
story
are
without
made
getting
to be
spoiled for
broken?
whatever's coming next? Haha, fucking
Why can't I see a
losers!
baseball bat?
There's no flaming
We'll spoil our
lamps
own
either.
story.
Just a hat.
You know, we're actually not a
What
fan of
observing
leakers, and
guests
so
we
we're
have
going to be
today.
leaking everything
We've only covered the
ourselves
basics. There's
to make
much more
sure
for
that
Trailblazers to
even
explore.
if you only look at official
This week,
material,
after
you ruin your
completing
own
the version
experience.
2.2 Trailblaze mission, Echo of War, Salutations of Ashen Dreams will become available. Complete this challenge to obtain Boot Hill's advanced trace level up material, Lost Echo of the Shared Wish.
Trailblazers in need of new materials should remember to save up on their weekly Echo of War rewards.
And heads up, Trailblazers.
Wait,
Miss Robin's
it gives
advanced trace
follow-up
level up
set.
material is Past Evils
It
of
gives
the
follow-up set
Planet
and
Make sure you don't go
and
chasing
other
the wrong
set.
materials.
It doesn't give
Next
the
up,
oh, okay.
We've got banner information for version 2.2. In 2.2's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Robin, as well as the limited 5-star duo, Topaz and Numby. Not to mention the drop rates for the limited 5-star
I hope I
light
can
cone,
get both.
Glowing Night
I hope I can
and
get
limited
both.
light cone,
Begging.
Worrisome Blissful, will
Please.
be boosted. In 2.2's
Please, don't let me
second half
lose
warp event,
50-50.
Trailblazers can acquire
I'm
the limited
begging.
5-star character Boot Hill. The esteemed Master Diviner Fu Xuan will also be available in this banner lineup. At the same time, the drop rates for the limited 5-star light cone Sailing Towards a Second Life and the light cone She Already Shut Her Eyes will be boosted.
Looks like Boot Hill is in the middle of another mechanical upgrade.
And it seems like he already shut his eyes too.
And I almost forgot to mention, the brand new 4-star Nihilde light cone Boundless Choreo will also be included in this one.
Is that Acheron dancing with Black Swan?
Their outfits seem
Yeah,
totally different this time. What happened?
Some memories are better left unexplored.
Time for a short break.
Is this like I'm good?
In just a few moments, we'll be introducing version 2.2's brand new events.
It's a good free-to-play option for Acheron, I guess. Any code typers in chat? It's gotcha? Wait, really? No! I thought it was event! Fuck!
Welcome back, everyone. Time to dive straight into version 2.2's events. To kick things off, let me introduce Clocky Dream Joy
Is this one?
Memoir.
This one's free, right?
As you may remember in the 2.1 storyline, the screen at Clock Studios theme park was split in two.
Oh, I
To
see.
restore the park to its former glory, Trailblazers must take on the
Is it
crucial
free-to-play
task
Robin Light
of
Cone? Yeah.
repairing the screen.
But it wasn't the Trailblazers who broke the screen.
And if I'm not mistaken, the screen wasn't the intended target, was it, Mr. Aventurine?
Anyway, the Nameless should be congratulated on their admirable screen-fixing spirit.
In the Clocky Dreamjoy Memoir event,
What the
Trailblazers
fuck?
are tasked with directing and editing films. Films that do well in test screenings will increase the park's box office revenue and attract investment. This money will go towards fixing
Okay, so
the
it's a
screen
management
that was
event.
damaged.
Okay,
Can we try
that's fine.
filming the whole thing in a single shot?
Miss Robin, I'm afraid not every actor is cut out for that approach. As a professional international peace media host, I'm of the opinion that skillful editing can enhance a film's pace and emotional impact. In this artistic undertaking, the key to editing is the effective use of the time dice. By allocating the time dice to different scenes, it will bring about changes in the audience's emotional responses. Thrilling, comedic, or dramatic. Each film must achieve certain key objectives to pass the internal screening.
Oh. As they gain more recognition, Trailblazers will
I
also
feel
have
like
the opportunity to create
Star Rail
commercials.
events have been so disappointing.
Plus, they'll have the chance to explore the spin-off stories of supporting characters.
Like the bar event was so bad.
Successfully editing a classic ending grants you side character spin-off reels, thereby
I wonder if this is
revealing
gonna be
their
better.
corresponding extra stories.
From mixology to directing, the Trailblazers have once again
Events
unlocked
so bad they
new
feel like
skills
Genshin events?
in
Not really.
Penacony.
Genshin events are bad because they're
Editing
effectively
and directing.
not there, right? Like they're effectively just not real events. They take like 5 seconds to do and like you're done. It doesn't matter how good or bad they are because they're not actually long enough to matter. Star Rail events actually last for a longer period, but the recent ones have not been very good in my opinion.
As a type of visual memory, weaving together threads of memories to create one complete tale. It's quite impressive.
Agreed! And after finishing the specified missions, Trailblazers will be rewarded with the event light cone for tomorrow's journey.
Ah, it looks like a story that took place at some point on the Express.
That's Pom Pom. They're toasting and celebrating with Nameless of the past.
Yesterday's memories still linger, and while the conductor's companions may have changed, the Trailblaze never ceases.
Moving on, let's delve into the domain of the Galactic Baseballer. Funded by Giovanni, the legend of the Galactic Baseballer is set to undergo an exciting round of testing in version 2.2.
Ah, the same Giovanni from Ethereum Wars?
That's right. After the success of Ethereum Wars, Giovanni has decided to sponsor a brand new game project in Penacony. It is said that deep within the vast cosmos, the strongest baseball bat lies hidden. To find this bat, the Galactic Baseballer decides to leave home, embarking on an extensive search to locate the treasure. There are many factions interested in this bat, and the Galactic Baseballer must endure many challenges and defeat many foes in order to progress onward.
It seems that in every battle wave, the Galactic Baseballer needs to defeat as many enemies as possible, gain experience, and level up their team.
Precisely! After the team levels up, they can choose one of 3 random weapons or accessories. The weapons help our baseballer defeat enemies, while the
cool.
accessories grant buffs to weapons or characters. Every weapon has a corresponding resonant accessory. My advice is to focus on leveling up weapons first. After achieving max level with the weapon, and if in possession of its resonant accessory, the weapon can be leveled up to a legendary weapon, which greatly increases the Galactic Baseballer's fighting capabilities. Complete each planet's challenges, earn raccoon tokens
Seems like
to
an
enhance your
interesting
fighting
combat
skills, and accumulate cosmic reputation, which can be exchanged for rewards.
The little raccoons in this event are so cute. And each planet has its unique charm. Just looking at them makes me want to join in the fun.
How about our 3 guests make a prediction? Will the Galactic Baseballer get their hands on the ultimate baseball bat?
I think the name Galactic Baseballer might be a giveaway.
Moving on. Our next event is called All About Boot Hill.
Oh? And how exactly will everything be showcased?
In this segment, we've adopted a character profile approach. You won't see Boot Hill, but you'll hear all about his legendary exploits.
Well, rumor has it that Boot Hill has recently been involved in some major heists, with many entities, including the space station, suffering losses. I
Free
hear
Boot
the
Hill,
IPC
Kluge.
and others are
Surely we
planning
will
to
get a
put
free 5-star.
bounty on his head.
With so many assignments available, I'd say it's a great chance to make a profit. Wen-Si Chi from the space station thinks the Trailblazers are well suited to the job and wants to recommend them to the IPC.
The Trailblazers are joining the IPC?
Not exactly. More like a get-rich-quick scheme with friends. During the event, the Trailblazers will have to complete various different assignments and gather more information on Boot Hill in exchange for assignment rewards. All I have to say is, thank you, Mr. Wen-Si Chi.
Profiting from assignments is one thing, but no underhanded tactics. Understood.
Of course.
Today's the actual anniversary.
Besides
Maybe
the
they'll
fun
announce a
events,
surprise. Cluey.
version 2.2 presumably also has
The nail biting.
The hair-raising.
10 warp chicken! Trailblazers, don't forget to log in and claim yours. Let's also not forget that version 2.2 will be introducing Shape of Duty Stagnant Shadow. Successfully completing this challenge will grant you the Character Ascension Materials IPC work permit for Robin and Boot Hill.
Well, given the relationship between the family, Boot Hill, and the IPC,
Sooner had the sun set than Boot Hill, pistol in hand, charged into the IPC. Bang, bang,
My
bang!
memory's fine.
65 gunshots
It's
later,
actually just their fault
back
now.
out again.
I don't know, man.
65 work permits. All for his own personal enhancement.
the IPC work permit is only used by senior employees. Mr. Albert,
Maybe I just
do
need to
you
restart
have
my computer,
one?
honestly.
You're a senior employee?
Me? Well, senior is a big word, but I suppose I,
All right, we get it. Now, Calyx Butter the Hunt will also be available in version 2.2. Completing challenges rewards you with the Meteoric Bullet Huntress material.
the double events, Planar Fissure and Garden of Plenty, are also back.
Okay.
Successfully challenging the simulated universe and Calyxes can earn you a set amount of double rewards.
make sure you take on the challenge, Trailblazers. Up next is the third redemption code.
Alright, any typers in chat? Okay, how the fuck did you type it so fast? Do you have the live stream open on another monitor or something? Oh, is Twitch ahead? Oh, I see.
Welcome back, folks. Let's get into a few system optimizations, shall we? First up, a new function that shows battle records has been added to the Trailblazer profile page. Meanwhile, on the friendless interface, you can now see the real-time status of your friends and find out what they're currently up to.
For example, whether they're currently in the simulated universe, the Forgotten Hall, etc.
That's right. And in the Forgotten Hall and Pure Fiction, you can now see your friends' lineups as well as display your own lineups to your friends. Naturally, this is an optional function that can be turned on or off at will. Version 2.2 will also bring in an improved team setup function, making it easier for Trailblazers to view the status of all setups. There's also a new feature to tag characters, which ensures that tag characters are pinned at the top of the character bar.
Trailblazers will be able to prioritize their most frequently used and favorite characters. Well, time is money.
That should make going into battle all the more convenient.
Expect continuous improvements to the team setup function in future versions. Stay tuned, Trailblazers! And finally, the digital version of the Ultimate Trailblazers Guide to Penacony is officially out. The book includes behind-the-scenes stories of the Star Rail team creating Penacony, exclusive interviews with the animated shorts team, and features original artwork from the shorts, A Flash, and Icor of Two Dragons. Trailblazers can view it on the official website or download the PDF version. Don't miss out.
Oh, nice.
So much awesome content. Is it really all for free?
You better believe it.
In that case, I'll be taking this treasured memory with me.
And that brings us to the end of the version 2.2,
Yep.
then Wake to
All
Week
right.
special program. Whew. Man, I can't wait to see
Where is my
the
fucking
Charmony
Star
Festival.
Sorrow?
Here's hoping that 2.2 story provides Trailblazers with an unforgettable experience.
I hope that when the truth comes to light, the gentle sun will shine upon all of Penacony.
Here's wishing another very happy birthday to the Astral Express. I eagerly await our next encounter.
I'd like to say a big thanks to our 3 guests. Oh, and a final reminder to all Trailblazers. Don't forget to log in and claim your 1,600 Stellar Jades and 10 fuels from your mailbox. And that is well and truly a wrap. See you in the next one.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Seeing the real-time reactions.
Huh? Wait, Oh, right! I have one final announcement to make. Penacony's dream abduction case is soon to hit the screens. Sparkle Star Rail Jazz Night is coming up on the Hoyo Fair channel following this program. Ladies and gentlemen, run for your lives.
Ain't no way. They're like they know what they're doing, but they actually jabasted for sure. Alright, I think it's over. Alright, well. How long does the event last? I don't want to log in every day, man. But it's a week. Fine. I guess I'll try to log in every day. $625 baked power. Listen. My banked power is it's fine, okay? It's fine. Everything is fine. Baked. Check mail. I have no new mail. How many J's do you have? 21k. Which is not enough to guarantee one character. Let alone 2. Who are you getting first, Topaz or Robin? Robin for sure. Not even close. Skipping Sam then? Probably. Sam without run make Klugi. Break focus characters without run make Klugi. Oh wait, I have level. Did I reach 60? 69. Oh. Was I not 69 before? I guess not. Shut the fuck up, March. I don't want to talk to you. I guess we can do some Sim Universe. More rewards have been refreshed. Do I have a Mercifier right now? Only one. I'm just gonna go for this and farm it. Wage. Let's do some more preservation. Beige business. Preservation. I said preservation. Wonder if my characters are built right now. Does not appear so. Let's fix that real quick. Good. Oh, hello.
Seize the moment.
Chat, should I do hyper carry once it in for Simu? I'm kind of down.
Your answers? Answer me.
Welcome, customers. Enemy targets detected.
Head your gun.
Test.
Wait, why did I hit that one? I don't know.
Answer me.
Man, who cares? That's so good. That's too good to pass, right? That has to be too good to pass, right? Fuck. Fine. This normal Simu or Golden Gears? This is normal Simu. Because I need to farm complainers for Topaz.
Ready for another?
It's on me.
Test.
Aww. That's fucked up. Yeah, whatever. Answer me, bozo.
Sure, I'll play with that.
Ah. That's very nice. Fuck auspicious. I don't need it. Pretty sure you can do Conundrum up to 8 easily going preservation now, unless you've already done it. I've already finished Golden Gears. Well, I don't think I've actually done Conundrum 12 yet. But it's boring. There's no point.
Enemy data says net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Golden Gears stopped being fun after like Conundrum 4.
Spend freely.
I mean, this is actually not bad, but I don't care. Preservation Pog. Aww. Yeah, is it really boring or just really hard? I mean, it's not really that hard. It's just... I mean, kind of... It's like, the difficulty comes from the fact that you need to have a really good run to be able to clear. But that makes it really boring because the gameplay then just becomes reset until you have a good run. Which to me is pretty boring. Oh, nice.
Oh, the bigger the risk,
Ew.
the better the reward.
For the theater of the...
Enemy data says net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
The dice have bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Preservation, yep. Ooh. Ooh. This is actually hard. Both of these are pretty good. I'll take Doctor's Robe so I can just fucking press R at the start of each fight. Probably... It's less good, but it's gonna make it faster. So that's kind of all I care about. That's pretty worthless. It could be alright, maybe. Not great now, but... Preservation, Pog. I said Preservation, Pog. What's... No, I don't care. Rather get the crit.
We're in trouble now.
Oh yeah, dinosaur with like 3, like what is it? 120, like break bar. It's really funny. You just press E on ratio and it gets broken. Preservation Pog. This is better. Yep.
Feeling lucky.
Welcome, customers.
This one is really annoying, but
Hedge your bets. It's on me. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe
I should do this actually.
watch your head.
Let's be friends.
Probably want to give it to him because he has the biggest multi-hit.
Enemy targets detected.
Yep.
Network activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood. A test. 0 points.
A thousand wonders to minus one.
Only one left, so I definitely just do this.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Seize the moment. Yeah.
Free. Got it, Prince. Answer me.
Okay, business.
Free.
We have the upper hand. Ready for another?
Sure.
I'm asking.
Okay.
0 points.
Trotter, give me something Pogger. No. Trotter, give me something Pogger. Yeah, that's pretty good. Is that better than this? Probably. No, it's not. It's not. Yeah. Yeah. These suck. R is so good. Yeah, but it's not really good in normal Simu because you kill the enemy before you break their weakness anyways.
Welcome, customers.
Spend freely.
I thought I was gonna kill some touch. Guess it doesn't matter.
Commencing sub ready for another.
It's not dead yet? What the frick? That's not preservation. What the hell? Sure, let's go encounter. And you're the primes, Pog. Is this okay? Tavern. We can do tavern. Ooh, we got lucky, Pog. Elation hunt. Yeah, I can do both for sure.
Enemy data secure net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Do we still have the upper hand?
I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have done that. That's fine. I order lolled. I order lolled. I order lolled. It's fine. Need to do ratio first, and then I can whatever.
Your answers?
Oh, fuck off.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Hedge your bets. Spend freely. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I'm asking questions.
I survived these, I think. I'm not sure. This might be like Omega Grief, but I think I do survive it. Oh, never mind. I can just do this. We're chilling. We are chilling.
Thousand wonders. Fight is one.
SAS knowledge.
Gun preservation, you definitely do, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Really just kills, right? Nice.
Sure, I'll play what's on me.
Your answers? Test. 0 points.
Enemy targets detected.
I could break it, but I'd rather finish with my ults. I think. Yeah, because this isn't even close to breaking the shields.
Spend freely.
I'm asking. Answer me. 0 points.
Golden Gears traumatized this man. True! I'll be right back, chat. I'm back. I don't know if Morrison or Auspicious Star is better. Morrison's better for the final boss. Auspicious is better on the way there. I'll just take Auspicious. These kind of suck. Yeah. That's fine.
Feeling lucky.
For the theater of the...
Enemy data's net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Kiwi, ready for another?
Essay knowledge, the measure of truth.
Okay. We are chilling. Do you guys think it's gonna attack or not? I don't have that much damage. It's gonna take a while to kill it. Still don't have the preservation thing that enhances my... Yeah, no, it's definitely gonna attack.
Enemy data's net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
The measure of truth and falsehood.
Welcome, customers. A thousand wonders. Finest one. Commencing support. Ready for another?
Zero place.
Hedge your bet. It's on me.
Your answers? A test.
Probably gonna work here. Yep. Do this. Do this. Still don't have the thing that makes me crit though. Ooh, it's not even enough to kill them. Jesus. Kinda not great.
The dice have been cast. Bust.
I really thought it would be. Unlucky.
Enemy targets detect. Ready for another?
I'm asking you. Answer me. Zero place.
Should have enough. Just with this, right? Oh, that was bad. Alright! Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Free rerolls? Yeah. Or not free, but yeah. Cheaper rerolls. Have quite a bit of that, huh? Wow. Worthless. Wow. Worthless. Preservation? Preservation? That's the big one right here. This is very, very nice. You love to see it. Very plump.
Feeling lucky.
Enemy data net markers activated.
Oh, this is gonna be cringe, isn't it?
It's on me.
Your answer.
40%! Nice. Wait, that's not enough to kill. Okay.
Sure.
That's fine. Okay! Preservation Pog! Give me occurrence. Give me the last blessing. this? Okay. That's fine. Aww. This shit sucks.
Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
The dice have been kept bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
SAS, knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood.
1,000 wonders to fight is fun.
Doesn't preservation suck on this world's boss? It doesn't matter.
Seize the moment. Yeah. Ready for another? Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Yeah, it's regular Simu, it really doesn't matter.
Knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood.
Let's be friends. Yeah. 1,000 wonders to fight is fun.
Zero points. Hold your breath.
Welcome, customers. Yeah.
Spend freely. The dice have bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Your answers? A test.
Enemy targets detect. Ready for another?
Watch your head.
No beige. That's not bad, but I'd rather try to get a remembrance blessing. Or no, remember. Fuck. Why did I say it? It's fine. Skill points is good. Pretty good. Yeah. Plus. Yeah. I'll just grab this. Oh, I'll just enhance this one too. Whatever.
Feeling lucky.
So this is kind of a shit run, but I think it doesn't matter.
Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Say knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood.
1,000 wonders to fight is fun.
Zero points.
Hedge your bets. It's on me.
Answer me. Zero points.
Welcome, customers. Yeah. Commencing support. Ready for another?
Spend freely.
A test.
Watch your head.
Let's be friends.
Sure, I'll play along.
Answer me. Essay and knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood.
I'm kind of corned there, but it's fine. Oh, I'm actually an idiot. This has been like the worst order, but it's fine. Ritual carries over, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so probably just want Filanting in zone. I don't even know if it's gonna make it to that though. 'Cause I do a pretty decent amount of damage. It looks like I will, but it's not gonna last very long. Rather do this. Yep.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Wonder if it's worth attacking them. Probably not. No! Fuck. That's not good at all. I think we're still fine though. We're still fine. We're still fine, but fuck man, that could have been bad.
The combat report will be ready soon.
Wow. Oh. Wow. Oh. Oh, that could be good. This wasn't regular Simu, you would have been cooked. I mean, I wouldn't have brought a preservation team against the fucking memory zone meme in Golden Gears, you know? We'll do it one more time, spend our emulsifiers. Maybe not. I don't know. How much speed do you have? Yes. His speed isn't that high, but my ratio has 150 speed. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for the day. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. And I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow, but we'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. And I have an important video to post. Our Lakino first impressions Getting posted now. As usual, if you can find it through YouTube directly, it helps with the algorithm more. But otherwise, I understand. I'm lazy as well. Here's a